live. Welcome to episode 29 of the High Slot Podcast, brought to you by our producer, Mass Music Radio. I'm here today, as always, with the boys, Bob Deuce.
How are we?
Snipsky.
Yes, sir.
And myself, Andrew Coco Curry. How we doing, boys?
Doing good. Had some Buffalo Wild Wings before I got here. Went through like a little TikTok thing, and I saw like just when like the algorithm just attacks you, just targets you for certain things. There was like Buffalo Wings were just kept on coming up. I was like, I gotta order some. So hammer those before the pod. So I'm ready to go. How about you, Vinny?
Oh, the kid's gonna be pissing over there.
Oh,
it's too bad I gotta sit next to this kid. But yeah, had a good weekend. Nothing too crazy. Colonel's 70th birthday. Shout out Colonel. Happy birthday!
Oh, hey, yeah. I saw that.
Yeah, good time at the Moose Club. You know,
the Moose Knuckle.
Yeah, that's what you want to call it. Yeah, no, good time, good weekend. Now I'm here. Good to be back.
Yeah, shout out Colonel. That was a hell of a party.
Oh, yeah, I bet that was a hell of a night. I'm kind of pissed I missed that one. Where is it, Elks Lodge?
No, it's called the Moose Club in Braintree, Quincy line. You know,
okay.
Near the Walmart in Quincy.
Yep,
it's like around there. But yeah,
let's go.
It was a good turnout.
Yeah,
a lot of people were there. He sniffed out the surprise before, like probably like 5 or 10 minutes before he actually walked in. He sniffed it out.
Of course he did.
Yeah, when he found out he couldn't go to Malky's on a Saturday, he definitely was stomping his feet, and he's like, all right, why the fuck am I not going?
You know what he did? He told me at the party, he looked on the website to see if there was actually a meat raffle. And
yeah.
He didn't see anything, so he called my godfather and was like, hey, are you going to Malky's? And he goes, no, you got something. He's like, this isn't a surprise party, is it? And on his way.
Yeah, he sniffed it out.
Yeah.
But dude, there's koozies too for him, and it said Happy 70th, and it had like a list of names that he's called. So it's like Haji because his best friend Abby calls him that, and then the Colonel was on there obviously, and then Vinny, and then Friend. It was a nice little thing my mom put together. My mom put it all together. Shout out Diane. You're an absolute beauty for that.
Dude, that's classic Colonel though, sniping that out. You can't slip one by the Colonel.
No.
He's like the gig is up. He's like, I know what's going on.
Yeah, you know how many times in high school I used to come back like just a couple beers and he'd be like, where were you? You know what I mean? Like he's just like he's not stupid.
He knew exactly.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember like 20 years ago, dude, I think it was like Colonel's 50th. We're at like the Elks Lodge for a party for him.
Yeah, it was a retirement. Yeah, it was a retirement party.
Retirement? That felt so long ago.
Yeah, we went to the Rock after.
Nasty.
Yeah.
And now Colonel's the big 7-0. Unreal.
That's nuts. That
he's a living legend.
Yeah, it's crazy to say that my dad's 70 years old.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Still going strong too, like an ox.
Yeah,
Yep.
Healthy as an ox. He's out there just golfing every day, boozing, all that stuff.
He looks the exact same too. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, he's injured like 5-1.
Yeah, he was out. I saw him skinning elks with Brenda Moore the other day.
Yeah, he drinks the elk blood. That's what it is.
They were like running out in the field, like hunting elks, their shirts off, just killing it.
It's the elk blood. It's keeping them young.
Is there anything the Colonel can't do?
I don't know, dude. He can do it all.
It sounds like you boys had a hell of a weekend celebrating the Colonel's 70th.
Oh, yeah.
I was at the Bees game on Saturday down at the Garden. Mm-hmm. They rinsed the Blackhawks. It wasn't even really much of a game, to be honest.
Yeah, it was 6-1, right?
Yeah, 6-1. It was never even close. Really nice to see this Bruins team in action live like that. It's just they got something special brewing, and I'll save it for a little bit. But I got something, that grinds my gears a little bit. So I went into Boston at like 4:30 on Saturday. The game was at 7, figured go in with Bailey, get a bite to eat, get some drinks before the game. Dude, went to 3 different places. And I know it's Boston on a Saturday, but every place was absurd waiting time to even just sit down and get a drink. It was awful.
Did you go to Banners?
Yeah, so I went to Banners first, dude. There's a line out the door. I'm like, what the fuck is this, dude? There's a line just to put your name in. So I'm like, all right, great. That was the first place we went to just because it's attached to the Garden.
Yeah,
it's the easiest place to go to.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's sick, dude. They have 1,000 TVs. It's sick. So we go there first, dude, wait in line, 30 minutes, finally get up. They're like, yeah, going to be a bit. You can put your name in. I'm like, all right, fuck it, put my name in. I was like, well, go across the street to Tits, Tavern in the Square. go over there. They're like, yeah, we can't guarantee when you can get a seat, but there's 17 parties ahead of you.
Jeez.
I'm like, all right, screw this place.
Yeah, lose my
I was like, I'm out of here. I was like, see you later. There's a place right next door, never heard of it, called like A and B, something like that. Like, didn't look like anything special. Go in there just to try and get, a seat, anything. They go, yeah, it's going to be at least a 2-hour wait. I'm like, come on, dude. What is this? Like, this is absurd.
Yeah, that's what, like, the city. That's why I really don't go into Boston. I don't really go out in general, but like if I go out, I'm probably just gonna. I'll go down the street to the Malachy's, dude. You go in there, everyone knows you. What's up? Like, a little smile on the face, give you a beer. You know what I mean? No wait. Boston, like everyone's there. Want to go out to Boston? I'm like, I don't know, dude. Like, it's just like it's so much money. Like the waiting time, like you said, dude. It's like unless you're going to a Bruins game, like that's the ideal situation for you. Is like going to like an actual sporting event. But like if you just got to go out, like I don't know, you get rinsed.
Coco, did you end up sitting down anywhere? Or?
Yeah, so we ended up going to Greatest Bar.
Oh, all right.
just to get in somewhere.
Yeah.
Dude. It was fucking freezing, dude. And walking around like, out in Boston, it wasn't a nice day, dude. It was cold as shit.
Yeah.
So we ended up going to Greatest Bar, and it's dick to butt. Had like a Bud Light or two.
Standing up, only standing, like standing around.
Yeah. I can barely move, dude. Like fucking sardine in there.
Right.
And then finally, Banners like shot me a text. It was like, your table's ready. I'm like, let's go. Legit sprinted there. Ended up getting sat down at Banners, for a good hour.
Nice.
Right into game time. So I ended up working out, but like, still, I thought I had it all figured out. I'm like, I'm getting there nice and early, 4 o'clock. Right. Shouldn't be that busy. No, it was a zoo.
It's like going to the airport. You gotta leave like 8 hours before. Get in there at noon.
Get through security.
Usually I'm running to my seats, as puck drops, or I miss puck drops. So I'm like, I want to get there early. Like I want to be there for the whole game, and it was a whole process. So might just go back to what I normally do. Just fucking cut it to the last minute, getting there like 5 minutes into the game. Yeah. Already 1-0 Bruins.
Yeah, that's a classic way to go to a game, especially like a Red Sox game. Yeah, you go in there like 4th inning. Like no one ever gets their first pitch.
You go in for 4th inning, you're out by the 7th inning stretch.
Yeah, exactly. if you're like a first pitch guy, that means you're bringing your kid and whatever. You're trying to get like the kid like into it. You know what I mean? But
yeah, right.
Or you're like 70 years old. And you're there first, or you're there like half hour before first pitch.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna leave by the 7th because you're gonna be too tired.
You got a sundown.
Yeah. And then don't get me started on $40 for 2 beers. It's getting out of hand.
The Jacobs family strikes again.
It's way out of hand, dude.
It's got to be the number of seats.
I'm in a leg, dude.
They don't have enough seats to fill out, so they charge more for the seats. And then they charge mad money for the beer because less people inside, I think, when it comes down to it. It's small. Yeah. It's a small arena. You're not going to fit a bunch of, like, a regular arena.
Yeah, that's true.
Good beer prices were out of hand. The couple of the ushers were like, this is the, most selling game they've had all year. Original 6 matchup on a Saturday. So it was bumping. It was a good time. But, yeah, it's just... It's almost to a point it's not even worth it. Like, unless you're going once in a blue moon, I can't imagine going all the time. Like, how do you afford it?
Some people can, which is disgusting.
I guess so.
Dig into the trust fund.
Yeah.
But, like I said, though, Bruins, Rinks, Blackhawks. It's nice to see them in action. We'll talk about them in a little bit. We got a big episode for you all today. We're going to start with a little hockey talk. Then we're going to do a fantasy draft of the best hockey rinks in Massachusetts. That should be a good one. And then we'll finish with our weekly gambling corner. Try and be a little better this week.
Are you
boys ready?
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. So we're here in the studio today thanks to our producer, Mass Music Radio. Mass Music Radio is an online streaming radio station and podcast production studio. Their goal is to provide a platform that showcases the work of up-and-coming artists, producers, DJs, and musicians. If you're interested in working with Mass Music Radio or would like to know more about them, please visit their website at www.massmusicradio.com. That's www.massmusicradio.com. All right. Let's get into a little hockey talk before we get into the NHL news. Quincy College, got to keep it going with them. The boys won on Sunday, 5-4 against New England College. I was unable to make it, unfortunately. Maybe I have to stop going if you guys are going to keep winning. But, Bob, I'll let you take this one away. How'd the boys do Sunday? Big win.
Yeah, dude, honestly, we walked in there, and this rink was, like, unbelievable. It's in Henniker, New Hampshire, New England College.
Yeah.
it's sick, dude. Like such a nice sheet and everything. Like nice stands. Like they have a full on facility. So we walk in, dude, and like obviously we get a sardine can in the locker room, but whatever. Like the boys are used to that. So we walk in there, and then we're trying to find like the bathrooms or whatever. Do we take like a right or something like that? And like we see this team warming up. They're getting massages, getting the whole NHL treatment. And we're like, boys, we might have a tough one tonight. Or whatever. Because when you see kids getting the massages and doing like a warm up like in like a training room, you're like, all right, these kids are the real deal. And then we in for one. Yeah, and then we went out there like whatever. Like I mean, the boys were still like confident because we are like a good team. We're getting better. So we go out there and let up a quick 1-0. We're like, oh boy, like whatever. But we responded. We scored 3 unanswered going into the second, I think. Couple nice goals from Hennessy. He made some nice goals. A couple snipes. Bear scored 2, snipe, and then a couple hard-working goals at the end, and whatever. 5-4 held on. I mean, we like to keep it interesting, that's for sure. When we're up, we're up 5-2 at one point, and the next thing you know, it's 5-4 with 10 seconds left. And we're like, oh, all right, like we're out there blocking shots, making sure. Like Dan played well too. Dan McCarthy got his first win of the season as starting goaltender, which is good. But yeah, the boys are we're getting better, and only up from here, honestly. I think as a 2-5 team, we're definitely better than 2-5, in my opinion.
Yeah, the record doesn't tell the story of the team this year. Every game's been, down to the wire. It's been a barn burner. Every game we've been in, it feels like. But finally, it feels good to be on the winning side of things, even though I wasn't there. I feel for you boys. I think it's a big win. How was New England College? They were pretty solid, other opponents in the conference.
Yeah, honestly, like when it comes to skill, I think they might be like probably the most skilled team because they have this one line, dude, that just like I'd probably say like 3 or 4 times they pinned us in our zone like they were like running a power play. Like they had one line that was just like you can't take the puck away from them. The puck movement was immaculate, and there was a couple of DQs on our side and their side, so that definitely kind of helped us out.
Really? Yeah. Who got tossed?
So Juice got tossed for whatever. Like he got it was like I assisted one of the goals we scored or whatever, and I didn't see it because I was on a 2-on-1. I threw a sauce over to OC. OC got his first goal of the year. Shout out OC. And I got hit in the corner as I passed it, so I didn't really see it. But I guess like Juice was coming down, whatever, trying to like fill in on to make it a 3-on-1, and I guess some kid on New England College like tackled him or something, or did something. And then when we scored, Juice got up and definitely had some choice words and towards the bench. And then I guess he got tossed for that. And then and then Earls got tossed for running into their goalie. Like the goalie was playing the puck behind the net, and he just like bang, like give me that puck. Can't be doing that. So yeah. But other than the DQs, we played well. Like we stayed out of the box for the most part, and held on and won.
It's not a Quincy College game without a couple DQs.
Yeah, it was, dude. It was so ridiculous. Like the thing is, like we said it before the game. Like, hey guys, like stay out of the box. We say it all the time, but like, before, hey guys, stay out of the box. Like all this stuff. First period, no penalties. Second period, there was like one penalty that wasn't even like really our fault. It could have been like not a penalty or whatever. Like the ref was calling it kind of a tight game at one point because it was kind of getting out of control. And then third period, like it just shit hit the fan when it came to penalties, but it was on both sides. It wasn't just us. Like New England College definitely had a couple snap shows too. But I mean, we won, and it's like our next game is until December 9th at home against Anna Maria, who's I think they lost the other night, but like I think they're like top 10 in the country, and yeah,
they were good. Yeah, I mean, we got out to a 2-0 jump on them, and then just kind of took our foot off the gas there. So it'll be nice to give them another crack at it. I think we can catch them this time.
Oh yeah, I mean, like I think. But a bunch of teams in our league are just like everyone would be playing. I think they're gonna take notice on us because I think a bunch of teams that play us like just like it's Quincy College, like we're just gonna steamroll them, like whatever. Like it's like a layup game, like pat some stats or whatever. And I think they play us and like all this stuff and like oh shit, like we actually got to go out and play against this team. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah,
the pesky granite.
Yeah, the pesky granite. Yeah, like because the thing is, like Anna Maria, when we played them, that's like exactly what happened. You can tell, like, because they're really good. Like, we went out 2-0 real quick on them, and they're like, oh shit, like whatever. And then they started turning it on, and it was just like a good game until the end. And then we kind of fell apart, let up some like dumb goals. But yeah, like December 9th next game, and we do got like a
I think it's at home, right?
Yeah, we got a couple weeks off. Thank God we do, because my body definitely needs some rest after last night. It was physical. It was a really physical. It was probably the most physical game since like Babson, in my opinion. It was physical.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. I love it. Always getting back to the gritty ways. We might lead the nation in PIMS, honestly.
We're definitely over 100 PIMS.
See a stat for that.
We're definitely over 100 PIMS, because I think we were at 90 PIMS going into Anna Maria. And we had like 8 penalties that game, and then we had 2 DQs and a major penalty last night. So we're definitely over 100 PIMS.
Not even 10 games played, we have over 100 PIMS.
You guys gotta make your mark somehow, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
People are gonna be like, I don't want to play against Quincy College. Fuck. They're gonna smoke.
Guys want to get their name on the score sheet somehow.
It's gonna be it's gonna be a 5-4 game, and we're just gonna get our asses kicked.
Yeah, dude. If you guys want to up the lines for club games, I think it's over under like goals is probably 9.5.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Every game that we played in, and every single other like score I've seen, it's been like 5-4, like 6-3. Like it's crazy. Like.
Yeah, sky high totals, definitely around the Club Hockey Federation.
If you're looking to sprinkle some money on it, make sure you do your homework.
Yeah, just hammer the over. You don't even need to do your homework.
Yeah. Under 9.5 is insane.
All right, December 9th, the boys will be back at it against Ann Maria. Hope to see some of you guys there. All right, let's get into a little NHL recap from the last week. So Boston Bruins, boys, still the NHL's best with now a 16-2 record. They tied the NHL record for consecutive home wins to start the season, 11-0 at home. I mean, are the Bruins ever going to lose again?
I mean, eventually, but right now, like the way they're playing, like right now, like Vinny has it pulled up. They're down 1-0 right now to the Lightning. But
that's early.
Yeah, it's early.
Jinxed them.
But yeah, no, like dude, they're immaculate. Like I saw your tweet, Coco, the other day. You're like, all right, I'm gonna admit it. The Bruins are a wagon, and I'm admitting it right now too. They are nasty. Again, we'll admit that we were dead wrong. I was dead wrong personally. Like I thought we weren't gonna be as like half the team we are now. It's honestly incredible. It's great to see as a Bruins fan. You know, what do you think, Vinny?
Yeah, we were dead wrong, but I mean, hey, like these teams get off to hot starts, and like they score a ton of goals, outscoring teams like the Bruins have, and they don't really play any close games yet. Like tonight's going to be a good one. They're already down 1-0 to the Lightning. If they can rebound and score, maybe win the game 3-2, like shows a lot. You know, great teams usually win all different type of ways. You know, like shootouts, lockdown, like 3-2 games, and like shutout 1-0 games. You know, they find a way to win, and they still got a lot to prove. I think long season.
Yeah, I mean, was at the game on Saturday. Seeing them in person, it was really like eye-opening. I know the Blackhawks aren't great, but I mean, dude, like the Blackhawks had like 1 or 2 shots after like the first period. It was like 30-10 in shots on goal going into the third, up big. And then like some of the goals they scored were just like, did that actually just happen? Like it was just like backdoor, like don't even see it come and tap in. You're like, oh shit, they just buried another one.
That pass that Marchand made to Pasternak on the power play the other night, that was like a magician. Like he just split the whole middle of the ice, like on that power play, and hit Pasta, and Pasta just one-teed, or like not one-teed, but it was a one-timer.
Yeah, McAvoy too gave like a no-look backdoor, I think, to Pasta again. Like Pasta's on a tear. He's third in the league in scoring right now, behind only McDavid and Draisaitl with 28 points. They're just feeding him. He's just sitting in the sidewall there, just in the slot, just burying one-timers. Like no one has stopped it. He looks like Ovechkin, honestly, in his prime right now. The way he's just burying.
Don't make me horny.
The one thing
they're just setting him up.
If that ever happens,
they can't stop it.
If he becomes like that, that would be unbelievable. If he could score goals like Ovi, that'd be crazy.
The one thing about the Bruins right now, though, is like, yeah, they're playing great, but they just need to like just keep healthy. Like they gotta stay like healthy at all times, because there's a report today that Nick Foligno, he's been a big catalyst for the power play being in front, net front presence and stuff, and I guess he got a puck to the face. I think it's stitches from a Hampus Lindholm bomb, like whatever. They don't know if he got tipped or it was just like he just ripped it high, which is a huge no-no for all the defenses out there. Keep the puck low. But yeah, Foligno, I guess, caught one, And I guess he was expected to play tonight, but that like honestly, like his production and everything, we need him healthy. He's been playing well so far.
Yeah, he's night and day. That's one of the biggest surprises this year. Like he went from having 2 goals last year to he has like triple that now. Does he have like 5 or 6 goals already? Something.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not too sure on the total, but yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm way over. It's 3, but like he already matched the season total already.
Yeah, Foligno's been big. He's really anchoring the bottom half of that lineup, which like in the past we've just been like top heavy, like only the first line can produce. So it's good to see everyone producing from first to fourth line. But just like how dominant they've been has been very impressive. Like Snips, you said, they haven't even had like really a close game yet. Like that game against the Blackhawks was like legit manhandling. Like Blackhawks didn't even deserve to be on the same ice as them. I didn't even notice Kane out there. It was like in the third period. I was like, where the hell's Kane? Dude, I haven't seen him all night. They're just swallowing him up, giving him no ice. I mean, the stretch they have coming up is going to be a huge test. Tampa tonight, then the Panthers, who haven't been playing well, but they're still a good team. And then they got Tampa again, right? Florida again, and then they go out west and they have Colorado in Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas, yep.
Yeah, that's
those are some big name teams that they're gonna have to, bring their A game against. So after that stretch, I think it'll be a true telltale if the Bruins are legit contenders or not. But right now, it's like I guess you gotta just enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah, that's gonna be a huge gut check. That whole entire little stretch they got there, especially like during like the Thanksgiving break and all that, like going into the December, like that's where because you obviously got to get time off and everything. You got to make sure you got to keep the ball rolling and all that good stuff.
Yeah, they got to watch out with some of these like sneaky Eastern Conference teams that pride themselves on defense, because you run into a buzzsaw like that, you don't score. You score maybe 1 goal that night and they score 2 just because they're grinding it out. Those are the teams you got to watch out for. I think they'll be okay against the Western Conference teams because that's how they play out there, run and gun, kind of how the Bruins like to do it, nowadays, like 5-4 games out there, like hit the over real quick. But that we'll see. It's just like the other thing I've noticed is like a guy like Tomas Nosek. You know what I mean? Like all these guys on the bottom just like producing, and it's like that's what good teams do, and that's
huge.
That's how you win. That's how you win the whole thing. Like you have these guys at the bottom who shouldn't even be doing anything, scoring goals and making plays.
And like the thing is, like I'll touch on what Vinny said about like the whole depth thing. The fact that Taylor Hall is on the third line. And like producing, it's fucking crazy. Like on any other team, Taylor Hall would be like a second line guy, maybe even a first line guy. Yeah, so like it's
former MVP.
It's nuts, dude. Like you like.
Oh, and we got a snipe by the Bruins.
Yeah, the Bruins just scored.
Yeah, Krejci sniped from the right wing. Okay.
But yeah, dude, like we're so deep. Like it's crazy, and like the fact that Nosek's doing this thing too. It's crazy. Like the amount of like offensive production we're getting, and it just shows a lot like why they brought Monty in. He just has like that, I guess, charisma in the locker room to get the most out of these guys.
Yeah, dude, he unlocked a lot of these guys' offensive skill set here, and it's really showing off. Good to see Sway Daddy back. He wasn't really tested much in that Blackhawks game, but good to see him back out there, grab a dub. The Sway Daddy Allmark hugs after the game, officially back. I've missed it.
Yeah, that's great too, because like him playing in that type of game, like it was like an absolute pump show. Probably didn't get a lot of shots, but that's a confidence booster too, because before his injury, he wasn't really what he was. You know what I mean? Like what he was last year. Like he definitely didn't start the season out like that great. And Omar kind of like took the reins and still has the reins, but obviously like post injury and whatever, like that's a good confidence booster for him.
I think like the play style change with Monty compared to Cassie definitely was different for Swayman. I think not a lot more help on the DN like he was with, how they like love to sit back like Cassie, like, yeah, don't jump. But now you got Monty saying, go jump up. So like he's definitely getting a lot more 2-on-1s nowadays, obviously, than he was getting like not a lot of they were getting more contested shots on the D when it was coming down. There wasn't like a bunch of 2-on-1s, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, hopefully it adjusts, and he should be good. He's a good goaltender.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's good to give Elmark a night off too every once in a while. We talked about the concerns of him playing 60 plus games this year, so good to see the 1-2 punch back for the Bruins crease.
Also, the Chicago Blackhawks lost that game when they put those jerseys on.
Yeah, those jerseys are trash.
They literally stepped on the ice with those jerseys, and the Bruins were like, "We're wearing our Pooh Bear jerseys. We're nasty. We're gonna win."
Those jerseys are so sick.
Yeah.
In person.
Yeah,
too,
that's what I was gonna say.
Everyone's wearing them, dude. Everyone was rocking them. I'm like, how do people already have their hands on these jerseys? They just came out.
You know what? If you go drive by or something, I drive in Boston, whatever, for work. So like they have like these signs you can walk by, and they have like the Pooh Bear like thing, and there's a QR code, and you can QR code and just buy a jersey.
That's crazy.
No way.
Yeah, they have it's mad easy to buy them.
Technology, man. That's crazy.
I love the meme that's going around too. Every time the Bruins win and they wear the jerseys, it says "You've been pooed on." And it's just the Pooh Bear.
Yo, those
lasers coming out of his eyes or some shit.
Oh, nasty. Are they gonna keep these after the year? Or are they just gonna?
They have to.
They have to be like our third jersey now.
Yeah,
they have to.
They're better than the matinee one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I was about to say that we should just have them as the matinee.
Yeah, or whenever they feel like it.
Yeah,
because those things are sick.
They're nasty. All right, why don't we talk about a couple surprise teams so far this season? So the Dallas Stars, currently first place in the Central Division with an 11-5-2 record, 6-3-1 their last 10 games. Boy, Stars are hot. What are you seeing from them?
I'm not even surprised. Jason Robinson is probably going to have a legitimate Hart trophy in his hands by the end of the season. He's playing unbelievable. I think, what is he, like top 3 in points? Or goals or something.
He's right behind Pasta. He's got 27 points.
Yeah, and it's incredible. Like he held out for I can see why he held out. The kid's insane. Whatever. Like he was very close.
Himself and won.
Yeah, he was very close at from the Stars not even getting him. Jake Ottinger is just a god. He's such a brick wall. It's nuts. Like that whole team is just like is so good, man. Like they're such a cohesive unit and everything. Like I think they're gonna be like a really dangerous team when it comes to for playoffs, because there's gonna be a lot of teams like in the Western Conference, like Vinny said, like a running gun. But Dallas Stars are the type of team I'd say the Lightning that can just lock you down. Yeah. You know what I mean? Just neutral zone, all this shit. So that's
they can park the bus on you.
100%, especially with Ottinger in that. They got a couple guys who can put the puck in the net, but at the same time they can play defense and lock you down in the neutral zone and everything and stop the transition game.
Yeah, they remind me they're like a Blues. Like the Blues can do the same thing. Sit your ass down, make it a 2-1 game and win it. Ottinger is an absolute stud, 2.21 goals against. They also got Mason Marchment producing. That was a good ad for them, it seems like, so far. He's also a tough guy, so he'll come after you and he'll try to knock your teeth out. That's definitely a good ad, I'd say. Their top 3 centers are playing really well. Sagan, Pavelski, Hintz, which is really solid, I think. Obviously RoboCop, the kid's an absolute stud. They're gonna have to name him captain soon. One of these days, he's gonna be the boss.
Yeah, when
there.
Jamie Benn retires.
Yeah, Ben's getting up there, but I mean, what? Whatever. You got Sagan on the team too.
No Muff Ben.
Yeah. yeah. You got Sagan, so Sagan might steal that captaincy. But Well, yeah, I actually was betting the Stars in the preseason. I was betting on their preseason games because I was like, oh, they're good. And they blew it for me once. I was just like, But I always was high on the Stars a little bit.
Yeah, I was big on the Stars coming into the year, so it doesn't surprise me that much, the start they're off to. What does surprise me, they got 4 guys with 20-plus points already. Yeah. Robertson's got 27, Rupe Hintz 22, which everyone forgot about him completely, and he's back and better than ever. Pavelski still doing his thing. We talked about him a couple episodes ago, 21, and then Jamie Benn, the captain, 20 points. Sagan, Heiskanen, Marchment all chipping in, like you guys said. And Jake Ottinger, man, he's just as hot as he was in the playoffs last year, completely carried over. But I remember we had Shazo on the pod, and he was like, yeah, they brought down Ottinger for some reason, and everyone was like, dude, what the fuck's this guy doing here?
He's way too
good. He's just a brick wall, and then picture him in the AHL, dude, he's probably just like, what is this, amateur hour? You know what I mean? They were just like, what's this guy doing? Happy to have him, but he doesn't belong here. He belongs in the show, and clearly he's shown it. Yeah, numbers he's put up this year. Like you guys said about their defense, the defense is strong, but their offense has been on fire this year. They're second in goals scored, averaging 3.94 goals per game, almost about 4 goals a game. Third in power play percentage. The power play is clicking at 30% right now, and they're first in shooting percentage. So like, when they get looks, they don't miss.
Yeah, they have
and they're and top 10 in goals allowed and top 10 in PK. So like they're just clicking on all cylinders right now. This team's dangerous.
Yeah, they got a better power play than the Bruins.
And that's
like,
saying a
by
lot.
Percentage.
Right?
If you take a penalty, that's a fucking death wish.
New coach Pete DeBoer fitting right in. He kind of got ran out of Vegas for the season he had last year. A lot of people were down on him. Vegas was always good offensively. So, like, it doesn't surprise me that DeBoer comes in and the Stars are all of a sudden, offensive machine. He brought in his, coaching style, and it's clearly working with these guys.
I'm looking at the Western Conference, like with the point standings, and no one's really running away with it. Like I'm looking like Dallas is 24 points, Avalanche 21, Jets 21. They're in the top 3 in the Central, and then you got Knights 29 points, Kings 24, and then we got Kraken 23. They're top 3 in the playoff right there, and then. Well, it's like kind of a dogfight. You got Oilers 20 points, and then you got the Blues at 18. Then there's 3 other teams tied with them at 18. So it's getting nuts.
Yeah, that division it's a gauntlet, dude. And like the fact that only 4 teams are gonna come out of that division and make the playoffs, like that race is gonna be something to watch down the stretch here. But yeah, Stars are hot right now. I think they're legit. Plus 22 goal differential for them too this year. So, they've been pumping some teams. Bob, no credit to your guy, Pete DeBoer.
I was actually going to say something, but I'm just going to leave it.
Take the high road?
Yeah, I'm taking the high road here.
I don't blame you. You need a little more from him before you can start giving him some credit.
Yeah, no, there's been way too much his track record. He needs to like win like a couple playoff series, and I'll be okay.
Ever since he got rid of Fleury. Ever since he did Fleury wrong.
Yeah, him and Kelly McCrimmon. They need to do something. I think
it was more McCrimmon, but
yeah,
DeBoer definitely had something to do with it.
I don't know. Just the way he looks, I just don't like him. There's everything about Pete DeBoer.
Got a punchable face.
Exactly. Like I don't know. He doesn't sit right with me.
How about another team with a new head coach this year that's been doing well to start the season? Winnipeg Jets. I don't think we've talked about them this year. They're third in the Central with a 10-5-1 record, 7-2-1 in their last 10. Boys, what are you seeing from the Jets? This isn't like them getting off to a hot start.
Yeah, no, it isn't at all. Also, they got Hellebuck, and like he's Vezina candidate, playing unbelievable like always. I think everyone expected it anyways. He's always been a solid goalie. My boy Kyle O'Connor. Like he's such a beast. Like I can see him just like again being like a 30 plus, probably 40 goal scorer.
Yeah, I think he had a Hattie the other night and they won 3-2.
Yeah, he just carries. Like that's how he can carry.
The team.
He can carry. That's what's crazy. I saw him the other night. They didn't look too hot against the Penguins, whatever. Like, but I think the Penguins are kind of are starting to catch stride. But overall, like for what I've seen from the Jets is like. Yeah, their offense is clicking. I've seen Blake Wheeler, like he's taking a different role. He's not really like I don't know like what his stats looking at like right now, but he's definitely getting the corners and winning pucks and winning net front battles and everything. Honestly, Mark Scheifele's a beast, but yeah, they really have surprised us because I didn't really think I knew they were going to be like kind of like a dangerous team if they did have it together. But the thing is, like, they do, like, have, like, they're always healthy, and for some reason, they always just, like, bottom out. So, like, we'll just see, like, how long they can keep this going.
So, they don't put up a lot of points. It looks like they don't score a lot of goals, but their game breaker is Connor Hellebuck.
Yeah.
8 wins. He's has a 2.07 goals against and a 937 save percentage. That's like you can't beat that. Like if you say like if you score 3 goals a game, like you're gonna win that game because he's just not letting anything by him. He's solid, and if they had no goaltending, they'd probably be getting pumped because they don't put up a lot of points as a team. Their leading goal scorer is Josh Morrissey, and he has 15 assists, 1 goal. So I mean, like they're not putting up a ton of points. There's a lot of minuses on the stat sheet, but yeah, they're getting bailed out by very good goaltending. So I don't see it being as sustainable. But yeah, not very high on the Jets still.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, Snipsky. I mean, definitely hot start from the Jets. Offense has been very average, like you said. It's the defense and the goaltend that's been their strength. They're third in goals allowed in the league, allowing just 2.38 goals allowed per game. Third in PK percentage, and they're only seventh in penalty minutes. So they've been pretty disciplined, unlike in the past. I mean, looking at the team last year, they were a complete disaster. That locker room was in shambles. But they finally have come together as a team, and I think you got to credit new head coach Rick Bowness. Rick Bowness has really, put this team, together. He kind of got ran out of Dallas for no reason. I don't know why Dallas wanted to part ways with them. He's a great coach for them. Winnipeg's now his new home, and he's been successful here. So, new coach and another new coach in a new place and succeeding early. We're kind of seeing a trend here with these new coaches around the league. It's honestly shocking to say the least.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, I think with the whole coaching situation in the NHL is that, like, obviously there's different locker rooms and different, like, demographic, like, if that's the right word for it. But, like, obviously every locker room has different, like, personalities and, like, ages and stuff like that. Where, like, obviously the Bruins, like, they needed, like, a coach to kind of, like, coddle them in a sense. You know what I mean? Be, like, kind of buddy, like, being like, oh, yeah, like, go out there and, like, do your thing. And then, like, you got, like, Bruce Cassidy going, like, because, like, the Knights, like, if anything, they were, like, probably, like, I don't know, being restricted, I guess, maybe. Or being too free. Sorry. I mean, like, being too free out there to, like, do whatever they want. And maybe, like, Bruce Cassidy came in and, like, tighten it up a little bit, and, like, that's what they needed. They needed, like, more of, like, a structured defensive style and whatever, and which helps them be successful. So I don't know, like, that's like the whole trend of everything. What I'm seeing, it's more just like fitting the puzzle in the right spot for coaching.
Yeah, I mean the message goes stale too. Like you hear the same thing over and over. Like after a couple of years, like guys just tune you out and they just can't get them to play any better for you, and then just goes south, and then they have to. I mean, it happens any league, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like beating a dead horse.
Yeah.
It's these coaches though with proven track records. Cassidy, Bonus, Pete DeBoer, all successful coaches now in new places and also succeeding right off the bat. So it's almost like it's the coaching. You know what I mean? It's like no matter where they go, they're going to make it work, and people are going to adjust to their style. And I think that's why coaches are so valuable around the league, and you see the same teams winning over and over again because it's some of these top tier coaches. You look at Tampa and now Colorado, Bednar's got his shit together over there. They're going to be a wagon for years to come. It's definitely a trend we're seeing in the past few years.
Yeah, it seems like these buddy coaches are sticking around longer because, like, you look at John Cooper over in Tampa. He's a player. He's probably one of the first coaches that they had in the league, like real buddy with guys, and he's won a couple cups, and he's staying as far as I see.
He's never had a losing season.
Yeah,
so I guess it works.
Yeah, one tough spot for the Jets. They did announce today that Nikolaj Ehlers, he's going to undergo a sports hernia surgery, and the team currently has no timeline for his turn. Ehlers hasn't played since the second game of the season, and he was one of their top guys. He's only 26 years old, 306 career points, and drafted 9th overall back in 2014. So that could be a big hit for them going forward, not getting Ehlers back anytime soon.
Yeah, he had 3 points in 2 games.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, it seems like their D core is pretty thin as it is. So having a guy like him extended time could hurt them. But Hellebuck, he's been able to kind of do it on his own right now. And in my opinion, I think he's the favorite to win the Vezina as of right now.
Yeah, he's a guy that goes like 60-plus games a year, too. He doesn't take that all.
He won the Vezina in the past, hasn't he?
2020.
Yeah. He's got one Vezina under his belt. Yeah, he's back.
He's a workhorse.
He's all the way back, I think.
Yeah, especially if the Jets make the playoffs, which I think they should anyways, because like their roster's built for it, other than like a thin defensive core. But if they make the playoffs and they make a little bit of a run, maybe. Well, I know it's a regular season award, so if let's just say they make the playoffs, especially with like the roster they have now and like the thin D core, then yeah, like I think Hellebuck is definitely a favorite candidate for the Vezina.
They got to start scoring goals.
Yeah, they got to start helping him out.
Yeah.
So one more team off to a hot start that I want to note. Snips, you mentioned them earlier. It's the Seattle Kraken, the Crackheads. They're in the Pacific, 10-5-3, 7-10-1 in their last 10. Boys, is it officially time to become crackheads?
I've been smoking crack since puck drop.
Yeah, I'm about to smoke this crack real quick.
Yeah, like Matty Beniers killing it. Like it's just like there's just so many like people like just like the whole team is just like playing well. Like they're just like a well structured team. And the one thing too that I saw earlier is that the Shane Wright news. You hear about what happened?
Sent down. Yep.
Yeah, he
demoted.
Yeah, he got demoted. I don't know, like he didn't really give him a chance, dude. Like he's only played like what 2 or 3 games. You know what I mean?
He wasn't hurting the team.
He was a lot.
Yeah, he wasn't hurting the team defensively though.
Yeah, and it kind of makes no sense.
He has 1.7 games.
Like what I was seeing, like what I was hearing, and whatever, it was like they're like, yeah, he didn't really get that much playing time over like whatever. Like they're like, you can tell they're just like it's like a smoke screen. It's like, all right, what is going on? Because like I know there was something that I've heard that like he kind of has like he's kind of a cocky kid or something. Like maybe he has like a personality thing, but at the same time, it's like, dude, like he's helping the team. Like it looks like he has like hurt the team when he's out there. So I don't get it.
They have a lot of young centers too. I mean, they have Beniers, obviously. Jaden Schwartz, he's an older guy. Yanni Gord. Morgan Geeky must be the one that's playing more, or Alex Wenberg.
Geeky's playing really well.
Yeah,
he's
so
good.
they must not have because they have Wenberg. Wenberg's probably another center that's getting some time.
And he's a veteran too.
Yeah, they're probably at the point where they're like, oh yeah, we don't need to play him. And like maybe we can just develop him, and then once we shed some contracts at the end of the year, like a Schwartz or somebody, they can just move the pecking order up.
I think it's simply they don't have space for him right now. Those guys are playing well ahead of him. He's young, he hasn't produced. This reminds me of the Cole Caulfield situation. What was it last year, a few years ago, when he first came into the league, had a slow start. They sent him down, then they brought him back up, and he kind of caught fire. So sending down Shane Wright, they got 15 days to either recall him or send him back to the CHL, or he goes on waivers, which they're not going to let him go on waivers. No. So he's either going to come back up, finish the year with the team, or they're going to send him back to juniors, which I think is probably going to happen. I think he's going to go play in the Canadian Hockey League for a year, develop, like you said, Snipsky, and then come back next year when they move some pieces and he's ready. Because, he's just simply not ready right now.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, you can make the argument, because I've seen some people argue on Twitter about it, is like, yeah, like you want someone to develop, but at the same time, like you need them like to play in the level that they need to play at. You know what I mean? Like it's like
it's definitely a confidence ruiner. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like, dude, like this kid's a 4th overall pick, and you only gave him like 3 games to prove himself, 4 games to prove himself, and he like played pretty good. It's like, all right, like it's like, oh yeah, like this guy, like, well, we have an older guy that can play like better, I guess. He like brings more to the team, but at the same time, it's like, dude, like just like mix him in. You know what I mean? Like just have him on the squad, just mix him in.
If he was like a minus, I'd be like, yeah, maybe.
Like, dude, if I was like, I know personally,
but he's not hurting you defensively.
Because personally, dude, like, yeah, like what Coco said, it's a confidence thing. Like, imagine you being in this kid's shoes, and you're like a 4th overall pick, and like you go out there and you play pretty well the first 3 or 4 games, and then they're like, oh yeah, okay, we're gonna send you back down to Pigeonville, fucking play fucking the Canadian Hockey League or whatever. And I guess the team he played for sucks right now. So like now they're trying to shop him. Like this kid has so much stress now because he has to go all the way back down to a team that isn't that good, and doesn't even really have a shot at the Memorial Cup. And then they're like, oh, we're gonna try to trade him, like whatever. They say, oh, we'll trade him to like a better team to make a Memorial Cup run. But it's just like, dude, that's so much like moving parts for no fucking reason. Like just keep the kid and like the fucking like put him in the AHL or like put him in the I know like the waivers bullshit.
Put him on the 9th floor.
Yeah, just keep him and just like help him develop with the team and like practice. Maybe throw him in a couple of games. You don't have to like play him put him in the lineup every single night.
I bet they recall him.
Yeah, they're gonna recall him. There's no fucking way, dude. Like, there's no way that, like, dude, he's good enough. He's good enough to play in the NHL, in my opinion.
Yeah, I definitely agree. He's a good young talent. Just I haven't liked the fact that there's been so much just controversy and drama every time this guy's name gets brought up, and it's so early into his career. I just don't think that's a good sign.
He might have like a personality issue. He might be like just like a dickhead.
Because he did drop in the draft. He should have been the first pick.
Right. Yeah. Just go back to that. like the universe number 1, doesn't even go 2, drops down. Some shit with him, grilling the Canadians when he got drafted, like all this petty bullshit. Like, I think he's got to just kind of put his head down, focus on himself, and just play the game and just focus on getting better. There's too much talk around him right now, too much drama. I don't like it for him. It's not a good start to his career, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely not.
So one high point of the Seattle Kraken team that I don't think anyone ever saw coming from light years away is Martin Jones has really been a huge surprise. He's taken the reins in the blue paint for Seattle, 9-4 at 2.3 goals allowed. Is Martin Jones good?
I mean, he did have that 1 year with the Sharks when he went to the Stanley Cup final, so he definitely has that dog in him. And it just when the dog gets released out of him, you know what I mean? That's how it is. Like, there's so many goalies in the league that are like that. Like, you don't know what you're going to get. Because obviously, like, the Matt Murray thing, like, he won 2 Stanley Cups back-to-back and then fell off the face of the earth, and now he's playing with the fucking Maple Leafs and, like, whatever. And now he's, like, kind of picking it up. He's not fully Matt Murray, but he's kind of there. So, like, the thing about Martin Jones, same thing. Like, he had, like, a couple good years with the Sharks, all that stuff, and just played well. And, like, obviously lost the Stanley Cup final, but had a couple down years, and now he's just whatever, like, doing his thing. But there's a lot of people in the Kraken, like, that whole entire roster, if you look at it, there's a lot of, like, veteran guys or guys that have been in the league that you can tell are just, like they're the underdog. You know what I mean? Like, they're just like, all right, fuck this. I'm going to go out there and play my game, prove to everyone that I still belong in the league. Because obviously, like, everyone that on that team got unprotected by all the roster, all the teams in the league, and they were like, "Oh, we don't want you. We'll just we'll offend you. We'll sacrifice you."
The land of misfit toys.
Yeah, pretty much the sacrificial lambs of the league. So yeah, there's a lot of guys that just go out there and prove themselves, and I think that's what Martin Jones is. He just knows he still has that dog in him. Like I said, goes out there and just plays and stops pucks, and he's just like, you know what, I can still play in this league.
It helps though. Like, I like his decor. It's very solid decor. I'm sure it's a lot better than when he was in Philly losing 1,000 games a year. And then he was on that San Jose team that was an absolute wagon. Like, I like their decor. Like Jamie Ozeliak. Olesiak. Okay, yep, sorry. Carson Soucy's good. Adam Larson, Cal Fleury. I mean, they and Justin Schultz, Vince Dunn. I like that. I like his decor. They're big guys. And hey, once you got all that confidence, when you know you got a good decor in front of you, like Bob said, the dog comes out because he's probably like, all right, where these guys can get the puck out when I need to. Or they know how to put, like, they're just good with their sticks out in front. So I mean that helps a lot. And he stole the job from Grubauer. Grubauer stinks.
Yeah, Grubauer's been hurt.
Yeah, like 4 goals he's been giving up.
Yeah,
he only played 4 games.
I know, that was the big guy they brought in a few years ago. Grubauer left Colorado. Was supposed to be kind of like the next best thing here in Seattle. But it's been the Martin Jones show. But Snipsky made a great point. Defensively, they've been stout. They're top 10 in goals allowed and only 3rd in shots on goals allowed. So that definitely helps if you're Martin Jones, not seeing too many shots each night.
Yeah, 100%. All he has to do is just make those saves. That's all it is as a goaltender.
Yeah.
If you just you want to see shots, you're going to get shots. But if you just have that tenacity to make the saves when you have to make the saves, like bail out the boys, because obviously you're not going to block every shot or pick up every guy in the defensive zone, but yeah, you just got to make those saves. That's all everyone just relies on you for. That's why you're a goaltender. So if you just make those saves, can't go wrong.
Yeah, I agree. So one team I want to highlight before we move on. It's not been off to a good start. Some might even say terrible start is the Ottawa Senators. The second to worst record in the NHL right now. Dead last in the Atlantic Division, 6-10-1. Just 2-7-1 in their last 10. Boys, what is going on in Ottawa? This is a team we're big on. A lot of people were, but they ain't the pesky Sens anymore. What the hell is going on with the Sens?
Yeah, they're officially on our shit list, high spot shit list.
Put them on it.
We definitely we rode the Sens. I mean, they kind of help us out, but at the same time, they're not it. Goaltending isn't great. I don't know. I know they're a young team and everything, but
looks like a lot of injuries here. I mean, they're missing Artem Zub. It looks like, unless he's
Thomas
back.
Chabot.
Yeah, Nikita Zaitsev, who's a solid D man. Josh Norris is hurt. Nick Holden. I mean, Nick Holden might be playing, actually. It looks like he missed a few games. But, yeah, wait, so Shabbat's hurt now, too?
Yeah, he's had a concussion. He's been out for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, they have some injuries, but, dude, the talent that this team has.
No excuse.
Matt Tkachuk, Claude Giroux, Timmy Stützle, Batherson, DeBrincat. Yeah, they've been producing, but it hasn't been enough. The goaltending's been absolutely horrendous.
Yeah, so bad.
It's been Forsberg especially. He's got a goals allowed of 3.5 right now. Cam Talbot just came back recently off injury, but I don't think he's the answer to all the defensive woes. They're bottom 5 in goals allowed and shots on goal, and they're one of the least disciplined teams in the league, averaging almost 13 PIMs a game. That might be worse than Quincy College.
Dude, yeah, that is worse. I don't think we have 13. I don't think we average 13.
It's a bloodbath.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They need more out of Alex DeBrincat, if you ask me. I think that was like their big land, like when they traded for him. Like, oh, yeah, we're going to get this young stud who scores a ton of goals over in Chicago, and we're going to team him up like Stutz, Batherson. Like, they don't even have a center that's like even ranked, like has more than 10 points. Either. They have Shane Pinto, who has 9 points.
He's supposed to be good too.
Yeah, and then the next one is Mark Kostelik. I might be saying that right. And Derek Brassard. They have no help up the middle, it looks like, because Josh Norris, he's a stud too, and he's hurt. He's only played 5 games this year. They got to start scoring. They need more out of their top guns. Like, Giroux's getting old. Tkachuk has 21 points. He has 14 assists. Yeah, it looks like they're not locking down defensively either. They signed Anton Forsberg to a huge contract last year too, and I thought he was going to be good too. But like, sheesh, 4-7 and 12 games played, not great at all. 901 save percentage, like you said, 3.5 goals against is dreadful for how much he signed for. I think it was like 5.
Under like 9-10 is like you got to figure it out.
Yeah, I'd argue anything below 9-10, you shouldn't even be in the league. You should be down in the AHL.
Yeah,
that's bad. I mean, Cam Talbot, maybe he can figure something out, but he wasn't even that great with Minnesota last year. Fleury was their guy. But yeah, I got a bone to pick with this Sens team. I've been riding them, and they just let me down every time. So they're on the shit list officially. First team of the season that's made the shit list. And, for me, I think it's the coach, DJ Smith. I think he's got to go. Oh. I mean, the talent that this team has, their lineup's way too good for them to be this bad. They're just as bad as the friggin' Arizona Coyotes, Columbus Blue Jackets. I mean, you put those two teams on paper, you take the Sens, 10 times out of 10. For the fact that they're in the category with the Yotes and all them right now and the Ducks, that's embarrassing for this team. And for some reason, the players are defending the coach, DJ Smith. They're like, oh, it's not on him. It's not on him. Well, I did a little research on this guy. Might be a little underqualified. He played a whopping 45 games in the NHL for 2 teams. 45 games for 2 teams. And he was an assistant coach with the Leafs for 4 years before being named the Sens coach. No prior head coach experience, only 4 years experience with the Leafs. I mean, no wonder why they're losing. He came from a friggin' organization who all they do is lose.
They might as well hire Paul Bissonnette to sit back there.
Paul missed the net.
Yeah, jeez.
Yeah, I get him.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even know like that coach name was DJ Smith. That's another thing. Like, I mean, like when you said DJ Smith, I was like, wait, is that like an automated like name out of like NHL?
Like it.
Yeah, like it's a created player.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, DJ Smith's like it's like one of those things when you play NHL and you've gone too long in your career, and they started like making random names. Or whatever, like, and it's just like
rando players.
Yeah, and then just like you're like on a line with DJ Smith. You're like, what?
You know what? It'd be nasty if they do. It wouldn't be nasty for us, but Chris Kelly, if they fired DJ Smith and hired Chris Kelly, like our
goes
assistant
back
coach
to the Sens.
Yeah, I could.
Danny Alfredson, where's he at?
Oh, I don't know.
Nah, that dude's chilling. He just got put in the Hall of Fame. He's hanging out.
Is he in the Hall?
Yeah. He got inducted.
Yeah, he just got in.
He's not in the Sens Ring of Honor. Do they do that?
Hey, The message to Claude Drew: you still chasing that cup, bud? You ain't getting it. Not on this team.
Ottawa.
Hell no.
Yeah,
Ottawa's
he's
never
swinging and
been
missing.
good.
Swinging and missing.
Yeah, good luck, Drew. He ain't ever winning a cup at this rate. Sens I think they're done. I think the Sens are done. It's so early in the year to say it, but I think they're done. I do not see this team turn shit around. They have way too many issues on the back end and in between the pipes. It doesn't matter how much talent they have up front. They can't score 7 goals a game in this league and expect to win.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you never know. They might go on a little run, whatever. Like, they do have, like you said, they do have the talent up front and everything, but
The Atlantic's tough, though.
yeah, the Atlantic's
the Bees,
super tough, dude. Like,
I mean, who are they going to catch at this rate? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I think Sens pack it up, lock it up, throw away the key, season's over.
How much are they paying Giroux, and how long is he there? Is he there for multiple years?
No, he signed a year.
Is it 1 year? All right,
I think he
that's
signed a
that's
year.
good because if shit hits the fan and they don't make the playoffs, I might be like, hey, Claude, we don't need them big money on the books. We'll look for somebody younger. Oh, Bruins up. Bruins 2-1.
Yeah, the third line with Hall on it.
Oh, Foligno.
Foligno, let's go.
Oh, my
Dude.
God, Nicky Foligno.
Dude has 6 stitches in his chin and just buried one.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Oh, he's
Bees.
sitting in front of the net. I think he.
Yeah, that's how he got his stitches in there. Morning skate, being in front of the net.
Oh
and he buried one.
yeah, he just dogged it. It was like a rebound. He just slammed it home.
Let's go.
Oh hell yeah! On Vazzy too. Vazzy should have kicked that.
The Bees are buzzing.
Yeah, jeez, are they ever gonna lose?
Guess not.
They lost to the pesky Sens. That 7-5 game earlier that year. That doesn't look great.
Shit, right.
They did lose to the Sens. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's one of their 2 losses.
Right?
That's embarrassing.
Yeah, it is.
To think that one of our 2 losses to that shit Sens team.
Yeah, no.
All right, fire Monty. Lost to the Sens,
Yeah.
fire him.
Calling for his
Oh.
for his head, coming for his head on a stake.
We should start
All right.
smearing him.
I mean, the rate they're winning, I don't think we'll get any listeners if we start smearing Monty.
Yeah, I know, right? We're just like, yeah, like Monty lost to the Sens. Everyone's like, yeah, who cares? We won like 15 straight after. It's like, no. I'm not impressed.
Oh, another one.
We scored another one.
Back to back. Holy
Well, it
shit.
says the net went off.
The net went off.
Oh,
But
all right.
but maybe the
Classic.
puck was in first. I didn't see it.
Send it to Toronto. All right, couple quick hitters while we're waiting for that goal call. Blackhawks retired Marion Host as number 81 over the weekend. Shane Wright sent down the AHL. We talked about that. Phil Kessel reached 1,000 consecutive games played, and Evgeny Malkin played in his 1,000th career game. He buried 2.
Yeah, dude. Like, so I'll touch on the Phil Kessel thing first, real quick. That's another thing you can put on his resume for a Hall of Fame. He played 1,000 games consecutively.
Philly
That's
1K.
fucking
You see the gift they got him?
No, what was it?
Oh, it was like this like gold jacket, and it just said like Phil the Thrill 1K.
Oh
on the
yeah,
back.
yeah, I saw that. That
Nasty.
shit's
It was
common.
hanging in his locker.
Yeah. It was, and it had like all the teams he played for and how many games he played for.
Yeah.
He's a
He
legend.
probably wore that out to the club that night.
Yeah,
Was
right.
wheeling in it.
Had a whole buffet of hot dogs.
Yeah. I think
Yeah, they're
out of anything that he does, I think his comedy is the hot dog thing.
Yeah.
Like the whole.
He went to
bit
the
about-
club. He went to the club with the jacket on. He had a buffet, like a flight. He had a glizzy flight. It had like a chili
Yeah, he's a
dog,
beast.
like cheese dog, like regular hot dog with ketchup. Like,
The
Oh,
boys
hi.
are probably like, hey Phil, where do you want to go out tonight for your 1,000th game? We'll celebrate. He's probably like, yeah, let's go to Golden Corral, all you can eat buffet.
or Nathan's. Is there a Nathan's around here?
Nathan's hot dogs. He's like, we'll go get some street meat.
No.
Street meat in Vegas is probably foul.
Oh,
You're probably on the toilet for a week after that.
Dude, are you kidding me? You know who you're talking about? Phil the Thrill Kessel. Shit does not phase him.
He has a colon. His colon should be in the Hall of Fame too.
right?
It's iron colon.
Monster.
And all right. So on the Mary Holzer thing, legend, dude.
Yeah, I
he-
think we talked about him last year.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Yeah, he
well
when he got,
deserved.
when they said they were putting him in the Blackhawks Hall of Fame, retiring his number, he was He was a menace out there. The black smoked visor, just always burying goals. Can snipe
he was
anywhere.
swag,
He's
dude.
steezy, dude.
Yeah.
I always liked he had like that like sniper, like kind of playmaker too. Like play style I liked a lot. And he wore 81, right? Wasn't it 81? Yeah, 81 Steez with the smoke. Bruins scored. Yep. It counts.
Hey,
3-1.
go.
Yeah, let's
Buzzing.
go. Yeah.
Coil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hosa's like the guy you make your created player look like.
Yeah.
You want to make him look like Hosa. You know he's steezy.
100%. Yeah, that's a good one.
He was like the guy that if you got him on your team, like it was like Pittsburgh and Detroit back-to-back years went to the Cup. It's like that one piece you're missing was Marian Hossa.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
All right, moving on to our next segment. All right, we're going to do a little fantasy draft here on the best hockey rinks in Massachusetts. We've laid out some guidelines. Can't do any professional or collegiate rinks. Has to be a public rink. I got a little random order generator here that I'm just going to fire off, see what the order is going to be. We got Snipsky 1, Bob 2, myself 3rd. So we'll go snake draft. So best hockey rinks in Massachusetts. Snipsky, you're on the clock.
Oh man, I didn't know I was gonna be number 1, but yeah, I mean this was my favorite place to play at. Nice rink, I think. I'm gonna go with the Bog in Duxbury.
Oh, okay.
I like the Bog
I
a
had
lot.
that 3 on my list.
Yeah, I like the Bog. I had Bog number 1, and I was just
Bog,
like,
Serena.
used to play like practice there in junior, and also like just played it sporadically during like my whole life.
Yeah, I didn't even have that on the list, dude.
Yeah.
Wow. That was our home rink for Norwell, too. That's an underrated rink.
Yeah.
Definitely a nice sheet. They got the 2 rinks in there and the mini sheet in the back.
Yes, sir.
Nice place to watch a game. Yeah, good call, Snipsky. I left that off my list completely. All right, Bob, you're in the 2-hole. You're up.
All right, this one's going to be nostalgic for all those North Quincy listeners out there. Played a lot of state games in here.
Oh,
I'm going to go with Gallo, first overall for me.
Yeah.
That's a good
Gallo
one.
Ice Arena. Everyone's on top of you. And the rink, the locker rooms are sick, too. They're pretty...
Especially your sister.
Oh, yeah. And there's a lot of sisters watching us, that's for sure. And it's just like great sheet and everything, too. And like I said, nostalgia. It's just like we played so many important games there.
Yeah, that was number 1 on my list. I didn't think it would drop to me. Yeah, Gallo, definitely very nostalgic. Just when you walk in, it feels like, different atmosphere. It's got the purple paint everywhere for Bourne.
Yep.
Bourne High, they rock purple. So that's different. That's pretty sick to see. And I love the boards are clear underneath the benches.
Yeah, it's nuts. Yeah, it's such a different
I've never
thing.
seen that before. And there's the fact that, the fans are above you, all like looking down like a fishbowl. Like that, like not many rinks are set up like that.
Yeah.
That's a legit one. I mean, it's why they play like 90% of the state games there every year.
Yeah, it's a great venue.
Yeah, you can pack that barn too. Like Gallo Ice Arena, full pack to the brim. It's bumping in there.
Yeah, you can't even I remember when I used to play. Obviously you played too, but I remember times I'd be out there and I'd just be like, my brain was scrambled because people are screaming.
Yeah.
Like you feel like everyone's on top of you, like you said, and everything. And obviously so much riding on a game, dude. Like everyone's fucking high school careers riding on a game, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Such a
So many careers must have went to die there.
Oh, mine did.
Yeah, Vinny's did.
Throw back to what was it? Junior year or sophomore year against Mansfield when we lost and our fans started throwing trash on the ice.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't our greatest hour.
Definitely wasn't.
Our Quincy was showing.
I heard it was the Quincy Eye kids that came.
Our Quincy was showing. Our Quincy showed that night.
Yeah, Mansfield started the Quincy Rats chant. I mean, they were pretty spot on with that.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really argue that.
And then we came back with the Mansfield has chlamydia.
That's nasty.
Legendary.
Yeah, that was like the most insane.
It wasn't
chant.
like clever at all. It was just like it's just like chlamydia.
No, it was probably just one drunk dude out of the crowd. I was like, "Oh, they got chlamydia," and everyone's like,
Doesn't rhyme.
Facts.
Doesn't rhyme at all.
Yo, facts. They have chlamydia.
Yeah, great venue though. Gallo Ice Arena leaves me in a tough spot. But I'm going to go with another nostalgic one. We played there recently, Bob. I'm going New England Sports Complex.
I knew it. I said the Vinny.
I
You were going to draft it.
I have to.
I knew it.
The New England Sports Complex. I mean, this might be a controversial one because like some of the rinks are dog shit.
It wasn't even on my list, but I knew you were gonna draft it.
Dude, some of the rinks there are dog shit. But there's 10 of them, which like you can't beat that. There's 10 rinks, so there's always games going there. Like you can catch friggin' the Pravi Bees on one side, and then some other like whatever juniors team playing a high school game. Like you can get a little bit of everything there. The main rink 1 is nice. Got the sweet jumbotron. Some of the ones out in the back are a little dusty, but yeah, I got New England Sports Complex. Shout out to Miracle in Marlboro a couple of years ago. What was it? U18, U16.
Oh yeah, Miracle in Marlboro.
beat the Waymo Sharks.
That was crazy.
Yeah, I'm going New England Sports Complex.
So I was telling Vinny before we got here, I'm like, I have a feeling Coke was going to draft it, but it wasn't even on my list. And then I said the only reason why I might put it on my list is because like I won like a New England championship there, and then like my first collegiate goal and win. You know what I mean? Like that'd be the only ways I'd put it in for like nostalgia, because like we did play there a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's another nostalgic rink.
That's another one. So I got back to back here going snake draft. I mean, it's probably biased, but I gotta go Quincy Youth Arena too.
Someone's gonna do it.
Someone had to do it, yeah.
Quincy Youth Arena. Honestly, though, I know it's the boys' hometown rink, but it's one of the best in the South Shore. I mean, it's got the legendary snack bar. I mean, what made me think of it was when Gibba was like, "Oh, no practice. They're redoing the mats at Quincy Youth." I'm like, "What other rink does that?
Yeah.
Who's replacing the mats? You know what I mean?"
Yo, dude, it's nuts too, because like obviously they replaced them, and I went we had practice the next day. That Thursday, I walk in, dude. It's like it's mind blowing, because like
does it look legit now?
Yeah, because it's just straight black or whatever. Now it's black with like a little bit of blue, like spot, like it looks like they splattered paint on it. Yeah, they got that, and I walked in. I was like, dude, like what the? And I was walking around like barefoot, taking a shower. I'm like, oh, I feel safe now. You know what I mean? Like, they're like, oh, right? I'm not gonna get gangrene. Let's go.
I'm not gonna get a staph infection walking around with no sandals on.
Yeah, for real.
But no, Quincy Youth's definitely come around big time. Like right when you walk in now, they have the live TV, like on who's playing out on the ice.
Yeah.
Locker rooms are massive, honestly, for like any of the other rinks in the area.
Showers are nice too.
Showers are nice. Yeah, it's warm. It's not like one of those rinks that is like freezing cold and like you're freezing your balls off. Like it's always a decent temperature in there. It was honestly usually a little like too hot.
Yeah, especially during the summer, dude. The summer is like miserable playing there.
Yeah, summers can be miserable there. But yeah, Quincy Youth, the old barn, QI Arena, tons of memories there. Can't beat that. All right, so it goes back to Bob here, and then Snipsky's got 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Thayer. The new rink.
I almost took that one.
Dude, it's so nasty. Dude, the ice, but again, like you said, like how Quincy Youth is really warm. Dude, that place is ice cold. You go in there and even during the summer, you're like, whoa, like it's like really cold, which is obviously good for the ice. But yeah, the ice is a good sheet, good locker rooms, good sized locker rooms, showers. Obviously, it's there. Like they're gonna whatever. But the thing is, on the other side, there's a mini ice rink too next to it, so there's a lot to offer. And then on the other side too, I know it's not hockey related, but they have a massive tennis court and basketball court. It's crazy. The whole facility is just insane. You can't this thing can't go undrafted.
I haven't played at Thayer in years, but I knew it was a top-notch rink. That's why it's been on my list. I might be mistaken. Does Thayer have a see-through ceiling? It's glass?
No.
Or is that a different rink I'm thinking of?
Well, this thing is brand new. It's a couple of years old.
Yeah, so it might be the old one. But I remember playing a house league game there, and it was you could see the sun pouring through the windows up top. It was sick.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
But I think it was old Thayer, but I've heard the new one is unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's sick, dude. It's in the stanchions for the glass is orange too. It's just it's so different. It's just personalized for Thayer, obviously, but it's just cool. I like it.
All right, Snipsky, that's up to you now. No, is it Bob 2 in a row?
No, it's me.
No, it's him.
Oh, it's you.
Then
Okay.
you got first pick. So.
Yeah, so this rink I remember playing at a lot when I was younger. Obviously, I haven't been there in a while, but I really like playing at St. Sebastian's in Needham.
That's a steal.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a steal.
Yeah, I played there so much back in the day, and I remember it just being top notch. Obviously, private school rink. So,
Yeah, good call. St. Seb's. Yeah, it's been a blue moon since I've played there too.
It was
but
before.
Needham always had a sick rink.
Yeah.
And they were always good too. I dreaded going out to play Needham. I'm like, oh,
we always got rinsed.
we're gonna get rinsed by Needham, dude. Like, yeah, drive through Boston. Like it was always a shitty ride. But yeah, the rinks definitely, one of the better ones in the state. All right. I think
Oh, might be again, right?
Is it me?
No, it's me. It's me again. Sorry, I'm out to lunch. So is this our last pick? Is this my last pick?
Yeah. Last round here.
So I'm gonna go with Cleveland Circle and Brookline.
I don't know why you'd pick that. That rink sucks.
Nah, it's just the eight. No, it was 8-4. We used to play 840 games there. I'm talking about it's my last pick. All right, this is my personal one. I won so many games in Cleveland Circle. Yeah, it was probably a horrible place to play, but I enjoyed it.
I am shocked you picked that.
Comedy. How about fine? I'll do Shea Rink. How's that?
No, that's bullshit, dude. That was gonna be my pick. You scumbag. No,
you can have it. You can have it.
The fuck, dude? You just ruined it. wait. How many more picks do I have left? This is my last one.
Yeah.
Last one. Yeah.
Hold on. Let's see what else I got on my list. Vinny just ruined it.
Go back to Cleveland Circle. Which rink is that?
It's over in Chestnut Hill.
Yeah, it's near Boston College.
Yeah,
right
BC.
Is it one of those shitty state rinks?
Yeah, it's a DCR rink.
Yeah, it's a DC.
All right, so
I just have a lot of good memories.
All right, I'm gonna do 2 picks now because Vinny did 2 picks and he ruined it.
Oh my god.
So I was gonna go Shea.
Ruined it.
I was gonna go Shea, but all right. So I'll say Shea Rink. I'll praise it real quick because it's only open during the winter, which is obviously whatever. It's a hockey rink and it's personally owned, and the sheet is really nice. It's a really nice sheet. Never disappoints. Nice crisp ice. The only thing that sucks about it is the locker rooms. The locker rooms are a little sketchy. But the next one I'll just pick just because whatever. The Southie rink.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's what I had that on my list. I was thinking about the Southie rink.
Nice sheet. It's kind of like Shea. They're kind of the same.
Good sheet. No, I agree.
Locker room's a little sketchy, but again, nostalgic. I know a lot of people are gonna like that one because Shea. Shea and Southie. Southie is a good rink.
Yeah, both those nice ice surfaces, but the building itself is shitty. It's so cold in both those rinks.
Oh yeah, no, Southie is it's awesome, but dude, you're freezing your balls off. 100%.
Yeah, it's bad.
Does the Walter Brown Arena? Oh,
that's a college
Walter
rink.
Brown. That's
yeah. I mean, it's not actually BU's rink anymore, but they practice there.
No, I think the women's team play there.
Yeah, they do, but I don't. Yeah, true.
That was a good one too. You always get the Sunday 7 a.m. game at BU. You're like, oh, sick.
Yeah.
Playing at BU, but it's also at 7 a.m.
Right.
You gotta leave at 5 o'clock.
And you get rinsed every single time you play there. They always put you against Wellesley. It's why? Wellesley was a wagging when we were growing up.
All right, I think that leaves it to me to round us out. So if you've played at this rink in the past, you're probably gonna be like, what's this guy talking about? But as of late, they redid the entire thing. It's Canton Ice House.
Oh yeah, that was on my list too. I was thinking about this.
Canton Ice House is nice now. It used to be one of the worst rinks to play. I remember playing Canton there in high school, dude. The neutral zone was the size of my foot, and it was one of the worst rinks I've ever played in. But yeah, the roof collapsed on it, right? The roof caved in one year.
Yeah, and they just redid it.
So they tore it down, they redid the whole thing, and the new one is super nice. It's got 2 different rinks. They're identical, brand new, basically. It's extremely nice. So I'm going to have to round it out with the Canton Ice House. My honorable mention, Bob, was Falmouth Ice Arena that we recently played
I was actually going to mention that, yeah. Yeah, so we played. It's
nice. The locker rooms were shit, though. That's kind of what did it for me.
Yeah, the locker rooms
weren't great.
I mean, you can tell that they do it on purpose. The visitors' locker room's a little smaller because we went in the home one at first. We thought it was ours. And I think it was nasty.
Stalls and shit.
Yeah, they had legit stalls. It was sick. And if anyone is trying to figure out what we're talking about, I know the Quincy College guys, if they're listening, knows exactly what we're talking about. It's the Falmouth High one. Falmouth High plays out of it. It's a new rink. It's nasty. It's literally the way it's set up and how the ice is, it's literally a college rink.
Yeah, I was surprised when we walked in there. I'm like, dude, this place is legit.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting this at all.
They packed it too. Yeah, they packed it pretty decent for a club hockey game. Not gonna lie,
it was Halloween. It was Halloween night.
Yep. Yeah. On Halloween night, they were rowdy. That was the best atmosphere game I think we've had so far. That or Babson.
We should have won that game too. That's another thing.
Yeah, that was another one. Tough one. But
another one we let slip.
Yeah, those are all classic rinks in the Massachusetts area. If you're from the area, you definitely have heard of these ones before. Let us know of any ones that we left off the list. I'm sure there was some good ones that we forgot about.
I mean, like, we never really played in the North Shore, so I'm sure there's a lot of North Shore.
Yeah,
rinks.
the North Shore. Like, I was looking up some rinks and I like recognized the names of some, but I'm like, I was like, I can't really put my thumb on which ones they were. I can tell you some terrible ones. It's the one in Saugus, Hockeytown, USA.
Hockeytown was horrid. Stonewall.
So bad. We might have to do a worst hockey rinks list coming up soon. Somerville's awful.
Yeah, there's a lot of terrible rinks.
Charlestown, Charlestown.
I didn't mind Charlestown.
Yeah, it's kind of iconic, but Somerville was terrible. There's a lot of really bad ones out there.
Yo, and like the other thing too, like I don't know if a lot of people are gonna say it's like bad or good, but remember the Belmont rink? It was like pretty much outside. It was like an outdoor rink.
Brick. That was Brick City.
I almost got frostbite playing there. I used to after every game, I'd be like in my dad's car, like fucking like almost crying. My dad'd be like, "What's going on?" He'd be like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "I can't feel my fucking toes." Like, you know what I mean? I thought I had to go to like the hospital, like for frostbite.
Yeah, all done.
Yeah, when I remember being like a miter squirt. I was like 7 a.m. game, one of those rinks. I was just like on the bench, like crying. Yeah. My dad's like passing me like foot warmers over like the glass. He's like, "Put these on."
You can barely skate. I mean, no.
Yeah, I'm just like crying. I'm like, "Dad, take me home."
No, the only thing that sucks about like that kind of situation is like when it happened to me in Dorchester a lot too. The Dorchester rink was freezing too.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember those times where like I'd be like on the bench, like, "Oh my god, my feet are killing me." Like it would like hurt because of how cold that was. And then I'd go out and play. And I wouldn't feel it because you're going around just playing, obviously. And then you get off and you feel it right away. I remember I used to be like, "Hey, can I go back out? Can I go back out?" I don't even care about like actual playing time. I just don't want to feel like this anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, you know what I mean? I was like, dude, I'm trying not to hurt. Like, can I just go out there and just skate? Like,
it's miserable. Once the toes get like too cold, you're all done. Like, you might as well pack up your shit and call it a day.
Pretty much, dude. So it's all over if your toes are done.
All right, why don't we get into our last segment, this week's Gambling Corner. Don't want to do it, but we have to recap last week's record. Myself and Snipsky, 1-5 each, and Bob 1-4 combined. 3-14 on the week.
Bro.
The good news is, well, first of all, we apologize. These weeks are going to happen. You know, we didn't think it was going to be that bad. But the good news is, really can't get much worse from here. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
This is when you tail us.
But this is when you tail us. We said we were hot and we knew we were going to cool off at some point. Didn't know it'd be to this extent. But only way to go from here is up. To recap our Evander Kane standings, I'm still in first at 12-11. Bob 10-10 and Snipsky 10-11. So it's anyone's race now. One big week is all it takes to really shake up these standings. Why don't we jump into it? So we got tomorrow night, Tuesday, November 22nd. It's the New York Rangers heading to the West Coast to take on the LA Kings. Rangers and Kings out on the West Coast. Kings weren't too friendly to us last week. What are you boys thinking? You hopping back on the wagon or you fading them?
I don't know, dude. Vin, you can go first. I'm like reluctant of like picking right now because I was so trash last week. So I just want to hear people's analysis before I jump into something.
Well, I'm thinking I'm gonna lean towards the Kings. I mean they got kind of smoked the other night playing the Canucks, and I mean they've been playing pretty well. I think it was just a hiccup, and it was a weird game, the only game of the night. And yeah, they're coming off they lost to Seattle last night or the other night. So I'm gonna go
OT,
Kings.
I think.
Yeah, 3-2 in OT. I'm gonna take Kings.
Yeah, Snipsky, I'm right there with you. I'm going to jump on the wagon. I'm also going to go Kings and give them another shot. Just East Coast team traveling all the way to the West Coast. You know, that's definitely some baggage that they got to take with them. I'm not big on the Rangers so far this year. Don't like really what I've seen from them. They don't look like the team from last year. I mean, they can get hot at any minute. But I just like the Kings at home. The goaltending, matchup scares me a little bit. I think the Rangers definitely have a significant advantage if it's going to be Shesterkin versus, Quick or Pettersson. I hope it's Quick. Quick's been a lot better lately, but I'm going to go the Kings at home. 6-3 at home this year. Pretty good in their own barn. So I'm on the Kings.
And we already have a line for that game, and the Kings are home dogs. So
yeah. It's a very short dog, but the Kings slight dogs.
I'm gonna fade you clowns. I'm going Rangers.
I knew it.
That's you have to. You have to.
Someone has to fade.
Yeah.
So, there we go. That's my plan. I'm gonna have you guys talk, and I'm just gonna fade every single time.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a bad decision. This game's a toss up in my opinion, but that means someone's gonna win on this matchup.
Yeah.
Spurs. I'm taking the sportsmanship line too.
Yeah, no penalties.
Under 2 pins.
All right, moving on to Wednesday night. This game will be on TNT. It's the Philadelphia Flyers going to Washington to take on the Capitals. Like I said, on TNT. Boys, what do we think? Flyers, Caps.
Flyers, Caps. I'm going to go Flyers here because I feel like they play real well on TNT.
All right. Fair enough.
I think they play.
Fly guys.
Yeah, I think they play pretty well on the road too.
Flyers are on both these teams stink right now, like really bad. Caps are on like a 4-game losing streak. The Flyers are, I think, even worse than it says here. I think they're on like 7 games they've lost.
6. Yeah.
6. Okay.
And they're losing 3-1 right now, so it might be 7.
Yeah. I mean, the goaltender for each team not like horrible. It's got to be something's got to give here. So I'm going with the Caps. I'm going to take the Caps.
It scares me, Snipsky, but I think I'm with you again on the Caps. Yeah, I'm going to go Caps at home. Like you said, both these teams stink, dude. 6th and 7th in the Metropolitan. Flyers were hot, and they came back down to earth. They've been real bad lately. Caps are still pretty banged up, but I think this is an Ovechkin game. Actually, both these teams are banged up. Holy shit. It's a laundry list of people out on both sides. I think it's an Ovechkin game. I'm going to take the best guy on the ice, hoping that Ovechkin buries 1, maybe 2. Give me the Caps at home. All right, no games on Thursday for Thanksgiving. I don't know if that's an annual thing. NHL never plays on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I think there's
football's big on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I think they have like a wink and a nod thing with like NFL.
Yeah.
Where they're like that's our day. And
NHL, NFL, handshake emoji.
Yeah, actually, I think it's like a CBA thing where they like with the players, the NHLPA, and like.
Yeah, they don't want to play on holidays.
Yeah, they pretty much said we'll play on these holidays and like not any others or something.
Yeah,
they have like a deal.
They only play on holidays where they really don't need to be around family. Like the New Year's, it's not really a family thing. That's like a go out and party and try to like get a midnight hookup, that kind of thing. So, but yeah, they don't play around. They don't play Thanksgiving, Christmas. They just play New Year's for like obviously the Winter Classic.
Yeah, I mean that's not bad. You want to spend New Year? I mean, you want to spend Christmas.
Breaking news! Yeah. Breaking news! The Bruins are up 4-1, and Bergeron just got his 1,000th point as a Bruin.
Let's go!
Don't make me horny, Patrice.
I knew he was getting it tonight.
Yeah, they just had a big sally for him after it was an assist on Marshy. Marshy just sniped out in front of the net, and they were like, point Bergeron, he touched it, he passed it. They're like, you give him that. Second assist.
All right, moving on to Friday, November 25th. We got another TNT matchup. It's the St. Louis Blues traveling down to Florida to take on the Lightning in Tampa Bay. Lightning. Blues are currently on a 6-game heater.
Right.
Lightning losing 4-1 to the Bruins right now. What do you guys think? Blues, Bolts?
I might have to go Blues here. I like the way they've been playing, man. They're picking it up. And also, fuck it. No, I'm not gonna do it. Like I was so bad last week, I'm not even gonna do it.
Why are you gonna take the over?
Yeah, I was afraid to pull the trigger.
No, I was gonna take the over, but fuck it. I don't want to ride 2 picks on the game. No, I'll take Blues.
Yeah. So Bob, you're scaring me over there with the Blues pick.
Snipsky's Blues.
Yeah, that's my team. You know me. I love the Blues. I'm going Blues. I love the Blues. Probably not the right pick, but
they might give us the Blues.
Yeah.
We might be down fucking bad, dude.
Yeah.
I'm so scared for this week.
Yeah, this is a make or break week for the boys. Not up or shut up here.
We might have to hang them up after this week.
Yeah. So the Blues are hot right now, 6 in a row, like I said. But Tampa at home, there's something about Tampa at home. I went against Tampa at home recently, and they burned me. So I'm not going to make that mistake again. Tampa's 6-2-1 at home this year. I'm going to go Lightning. Especially, losing to the Bruins tonight. They haven't been playing great. They need to get back on the right track. I like the Lightning in the spot here. All right, couple more matchups before we wrap things up. Moving on to Saturday, November 26th. This game will be on NHL Network. It's the Edmonton Oilers heading to New York to take on the Rangers. Rangers. We talked about the Rangers just not long ago, but what are you boys thinking here against the Oilers?
I kind of want to go with the Oilers, but they kind of let me down the past couple of games. So I'm just going to go with the Rangers here because I know the Rangers are kind of like iffy right now, but they're going to figure it out. They're a good team, got a good coach, and obviously you got Shesterkin in the net. So I know you got McDavid and Draisaitl, two best guys in the world on one side, but they're not going to beat like that good of a Rangers team in my opinion.
Give me McJesus.
Oh, dude, this is a tough one. I went against the Rangers on the last game we previewed, but I'm going to hop back on them here. I'm going to go with the Rangers in this one. Both these teams kind of slow right now. Both of them were in the Eastern Conference and Western Conference finals last year, slow out the gates. But Rangers at home, I don't like what I see from the Oilers right now. Besides McDavid and Draisaitl, not getting much production from anyone. And if they have Jack Campbell in that, then they might as well just get on an early flight home and take the loss here. So I'm going to go Rangers.
Stuart Skinner, dude.
Skinner's hot. Skinner should be their guy. But I don't know. They like Jack Campbell for some reason. They paid him all that money, so they're hoping that he pays off.
Vinny's a big Skinner guy. He's a skinhead. Vinny's a skinhead.
Whoa, accusation.
All right, last game this week. It's Sunday, November 27th. Winnipeg Jets at the Chicago Blackhawks, also on NHL Network. Got a lot of primetime games this week, and not bad ones either. So hopefully you guys are tuning in. Jets, Blackhawks. Boys, what do we got?
I'm going with the Jets. I think Kyle O'Connor is going to have a hat trick. He's probably going to.
Oh yeah, you're going to put that as a pick too?
No, fuck that.
prop bet on the side.
Yeah.
No one's going to take any of my bets, dude.
No one's taking any of our bets.
Not after last week, no.
We're on the shit list.
Yeah, watch. I'll be like
everyone's shit list.
Watch. I'll be like Kyle O'Connor hat trick, and then he just like catches a cold, can't play or something. Or, you know what I mean? It's like he's just not in the lineup.
Gets mono.
Yeah, it's like, oh, come on.
Oh, they already played this year. 4-0 Jets.
Give me the Jets.
Yeah,
I saw the Blackhawks in person. They're a miserable team.
I think they're in tank for Bedard mode. I think, or they're just gonna.
Kaner's gonna be gone at some point.
They're gonna.
Yeah, they're dishing him.
Yeah, he's gone, and I guess. So this is crazy. I listened to the radio today, and some guy calls in and goes, "Yeah, I want to talk about a Kane trade to the Bruins," and they're like, "Yeah, what?" He goes, "Yeah, so you guys trade us Lindholm, DeBrus for Patrick Kane and who is the guy that they have some like cone that he threw in there, and then the guy, and then like for three of our guys for like Lindholm, DeBrusque, and like Foligno.
That's nuts.
And we get Kane and like some cone on the like that doesn't because of the money he said because this guy gets paid a good amount of money. So they're then the guy dumped him. Like halfway, didn't even let him finish. He's just like, why would we trade a guy who's plus 21 for like and DeBrusque like for Patrick Kane? That's like the craziest thing.
That guy should be tarred and feathered for that. For that move.
Yeah, that was suspect.
That trade proposal is terrible.
Yeah, and then they were kind of shaming him, and he's like, "Wait, what do you mean? I'm just a Blackhawks fan."
Yeah, of course, dude. Yeah, dude. As a Bruins fan, I'll give us McDavid and Draisaitl. We'll give you Mike Riley and Don Sweeney. You know what I mean? Like just like a dumbass fucking like.
Yeah,
that's but
Oh yeah.
That's like playing GM mode in NHL, and you do like trades to like easy or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you just like propose dog shit trades.
Automatic.
And then the computer's just accepting all of them.
Auto trade.
Give him 2 AHL players for McDavid. It just like it gets accepted. It's like, all right.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I am going Jets too.
It's a consensus.
Yeah, I think this is an easy
First and only one of the week. So that means there's got to be some winners in there somewhere.
Dude, if I don't go at least,
someone's due for a big week.
Yeah, 100%. If I don't go at least like 500 or better, I'm gonna be pissed. I've been under 500 for the past 2 weeks.
I'll take a 500 week, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want a 500.
As long as it's not like last week, I'll take whatever I get.
How many we pick? Like 6?
Chooses here.
Did we pick 6 this week?
5.
Oh, okay, so
we got 5.
Okay, so
yeah, I try to keep it at 5 a week.
So you can't really go 500 this week. All right, try.
Yeah,
we got to go over it.
Over or under.
3 and 2. I'll take 3 and 2.
Yeah.
4 and 1 would be nice, but.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's get it.
That wraps up our gambling corner. So, yeah, it's up to the listeners. You think the boys are going to continue their cold streak? Fade us. If you think we're due for some winners, then tail the boys. Have it as you want it. Before we sign off, Bob, fun fact of the day.
Yeah. So this one is from someone I know, a big fan of ours.
Let's go.
So I'm going to say this. If anyone wants to DM me fun facts and you think it'd be a good fun fact to come on the for me to say on the pod, just let me know. Okay.
What's your handle, Bob?
Robbie.Cameron.37.
Okay. On what?
On Instagram.
Yeah. It's just throwing
on my
shit
OnlyFans. On my OnlyFans.
Yeah, throwing shit against the wall. Yeah, guess my social media.
My social security number.
Well, the thing is, like, my handle is on the high slot bio. So if you just go there, like, I should have said that. It's on the bio on the high slot. You'll find it. It literally says my name on it. All right, my fun fact is Atlanta is farther west than Detroit.
Atlanta is it?
Yeah, if you look at a map, Atlanta is farther west, which is crazy.
Yeah,
Man, I'm not a geography whiz here, but I thought Atlanta is down south near Florida.
Yeah,
I think it's like
Detroit, not like
geography, like
in central, like America.
Yeah, no, 100%. No, but again, I got this from a fan submission. But the thing is, like, I looked it up. Like, if you look at it like a geographical like sense, like site or whatever, like it is like it's slightly more west than Detroit. Which is crazy. Like, it's nuts. People listen to this, you probably gotta look this up because you probably don't believe me.
Yeah.
Because it is a crazy fact.
We need some geography whiz out there to confirm this for us, because I'm a little rattled right now trying to picture this.
Yeah, exactly.
Fake news.
Yeah,
where's the map? I don't see it.
All right, we'll post it. We'll post it on our social media. We'll post a geographical thing. And
like Detroit's like sneaky, like middle of the country. Like,
no, it's not sneaky. It is the middle of the country.
Yeah, but like it's like not as like west as it is.
Well, I wouldn't say it's like middle, but it's definitely Midwest.
We should do a poll. What is more far west, Atlanta or Detroit? And I guarantee you, Detroit has 90% of the votes.
Yeah, but they're fucking wrong.
If not all of them. Yeah, there's no way people are getting that right.
Yeah, it was crazy when I was told that fun fact. I was like, oh shit, and I looked it up. It checks out, and the person that gave it to me isn't no slouch. So that's my fun fact.
Yeah.
How far west is it?
All right, not a bad fun fact. A little geography for the boys out there. All right, so I guess as always, we'd like to thank our producer, Mass Music Radio. They continue to produce music for the masses. If you haven't already, go check them out in their other featured podcasts over at massmusicradio.com. That's massmusicradio.com. Boys, unless you have anything else to add, I think that just about wraps it up. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Thank you for tuning in to the High Slot Podcast. Be sure to go check us out on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, you name it, at High Slot Podcast for more daily hockey content. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, everyone. See you.
Thank you.